All right, today we're putting on our detective hats. We're going to hunt down a type of software bug that is, well, it's the kind that seems literally impossible to find. And it's hiding deep inside one of the most popular platforms out there, Node.js. So let's dive in. So this whole thing kicks off with a real head-scratcher. You've got these developers working on Thea, right? It's a big-time Cloud ID framework, and they just hit a brick wall. A piece of their code, for no apparent reason, is running 100 times slower in one environment than another. They threw everything they had at it, but the cause? It was a total ghost in the machine. And look, we're not talking about some tiny little glitch here. This was a major performance killer. And the crazy part is, it laughed in the face of all the standard tools. The bug was buried so deep, so well hidden, it was like a perfect crime scene. No witnesses, no fingerprints, nothing.
Okay, so you're probably asking, why? Why was it so tough to track down? To get that, we've got to pop the hood on Node.js and see how the engine really works.
The best way to think about Node.js is like a big skyscraper. On the top floor, you've got your JavaScript code, the stuff you write. Go down a level, you hit the V8 engine. That's what actually runs your code. Below that, the libuv layer, handling all the heavy lifting like file access. And way down in the basement, you have the operating system's kernel. The problem is, when a request comes in, it has to take the elevator through all these floors, but our tools, they can pretty much only see what's happening on the top floor.
In this right here, this visualizes the problem perfectly. Our usual tools look at a task, let's say reading a file, and they just see one big block of time. They see this 300 millisecond span, and that's it. It's a totally flat, one-dimensional picture of something that's way, way more complex. You know, the standard way we track this stuff is called distributed tracing. And don't get me wrong, it's awesome for watching a request jump from one service to another. But when you try to look inside a single Node.js process, it's basically flying blind. It sees when the request starts and when it ends, but all the messy, chaotic stuff in the middle, completely hidden.
And this diagram shows you just how chaotic it gets. A request doesn't just run in a straight line. No way. It gets bounced over to the event loop, tossed into different queues, handed off to worker threads, it talks to the kernel. A slowdown could happen in any of those steps. And from the perspective of our code, we wouldn't see a thing. And that right there is the key takeaway, and it's summed up perfectly in the research paper we're looking at today. The real performance hogs, they're not always in the code you wrote. They're buried deep in the system's foundation, in a place where no one's looking.
But what if we could see them? What if we could just peel back all those layers and shine a spotlight on every single step? Well, this is where the hero of our story comes in, a tool called Node Compass.
Seriously, imagine having X-ray vision for your code. Instead of just staring at that black box from the outside, you could see right through it. Every gear turning, every wire firing, every single interaction happening inside, all at once. And bam. Here it is. This is the big aha moment. Node Compass doesn't just give you that flat, boring 300 millisecond view. It opens up the entire vertical span. Now we can actually follow the journey, all the way down through the V8 engine, into the libuv layer where you see the individual open, stat, and read operations, and then even deeper, right down to the kernel itself. It's all laid out.
This right here is the game changer. It's called the vertical span model, or VSM, and it's a totally new way to think about performance. What it does is it links everything together across all those layers. It connects a single line of your JavaScript to the exact system calls it's making deep inside the machine. So what does this mean for developers? It means you can stop guessing. You can see with certainty exactly which layer is causing the problem.
Okay, so the theory sounds amazing, right? But does it actually work in the real world? Well, let's take a look at 3 cases that Node Compass basically blew wide open.
First case, a really nasty bug called a RDoS attack. That stands for Regular Expression Denial of Service. It's where someone sends a cleverly designed piece of text that makes a regular expression just run forever. It can totally freeze up your entire application. And boom, case closed. Take a look. The top bar shows a function that's just frozen solid for nearly 4 seconds. Now, from the outside, a dev would just see a slow function, right? But Node Compass points the finger directly at the V8 layer and shows that the event loop is completely gridlocked. It found the smoking gun in a place nobody else could even look. All right, case number 2 is a bit more subtle. Developers were noticing something weird.
The newer, supposedly better, promise-based way of reading files was actually slower than the old-school callback method. How does that even happen? Why would the modern way be worse? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating. Node Compass showed that the promise version was creating a ton of tiny temporary objects. And what does that do? It triggers the garbage collector over and over again. You can see those little events popping up. Each one pauses everything just for a split second, interrupting the file read and adding all these tiny delays that just pile up into a big performance problem.
And for our last case, we're tackling one of the most feared villains in all of software development, the slow, silent memory leak. This is where your app just keeps eating up more and more memory until eventually it just crashes.
The way Node Compass finds this is so smart. Instead of just watching memory go up, it watches the behavior of the garbage collector. See, in a healthy app, the time between cleanups, that's the blue line, should be way longer than the time spent cleaning up, the red line. But look here, the two lines are starting to cross and get tangled up. That pattern is a dead giveaway. It's a massive red flag for a memory leak. So, okay, we have this incredible tool that can see the invisible and solve what used to be impossible problems. But what's the catch, right? There's got to be a catch. Surely digging this deep has to slow the whole system down to a crawl.
Nope, not even close. The performance hit from running Node Compass is, wait for it, about 8%. That is insanely low. It's just a tiny fraction of what other deep analysis tools cost you, which can often mess up the very performance you're trying to measure in the first place.
And here's the visual proof. On the left, you've got CPU usage of an app just running normally. On the right, that same app with Node Compass turned on. Can you even see a difference? It's almost invisible. You get all of this amazing insight for practically free, performance-wise. So here's the bottom line. This whole vertical span model thing, it completely changes the game for how we debug complex systems. For years, Node.js has been this incredibly powerful, but let's be honest, often frustratingly opaque black box. With Node Compass, that box is finally being cracked wide open for everyone to see what's really going on inside.
And that leaves us with a really exciting final thought. Having this kind of X-ray vision isn't just about solving old problems faster. It actually lets us ask completely new questions about how our software works. Now that we can finally peer into the deepest, darkest corners of our applications, you have to wonder, what other impossible bugs, the ones that have been hiding in the shadows all this time, are we about to find?